Beloved one, welcome. We have been waiting for you to press play. It is no accident that you are here now, listening. You were guided. Heaven brought you here because a message has been released, and it carries your name. They prayed for you every night, every single night. Their heart whispered your name when no one else could hear it. And now, the silence of heaven has broken. God has finally said, yes, yes, to a reunion. Yes, to healing. Yes, to divine timing that no human force could delay any longer. Before we go further, pause for a moment and feel your heartbeat. That rhythm, it's not random. It's heaven's echo inside you, because someone's prayers have reached this very moment, and you are the answer they've been waiting for. Stay with me till the end of this message, because what's coming next will open your heart to what God has already prepared for you. Something you thought was lost will rise again. You're going to understand why every delay, every heartbreak, every unanswered prayer was not rejection, but divine preparation. But first, beloved, if this message already stirs something deep within your soul, pause now. Subscribe to this channel. Join the light that heaven is spreading through this space. Your support keeps this message flowing to more souls who need it. And if you feel guided, you can also send a small offering through Super Thanks. It helps us share more divine messages with the world. Now, listen closely, because I am not just speaking words. I am transmitting peace. I am carrying the answer that heaven whispered when someone said your name in prayer. They asked God, please, let me meet them again. Let our paths cross. Let me be forgiven, or let them see me the way you see me. And heaven did not say no. He said, wait. Because when you pray for something eternal, He must shape both hearts before they meet again. He must clear away what pain has hidden. He must turn lessons into light. Now, the time of waiting is ending. Heaven has opened a new door, quietly, gently, and your soul is being drawn toward it. You may already feel it, a sudden warmth in your chest, a thought that keeps returning. Maybe it's time. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. That's heaven saying, now. So many nights they prayed for your peace, even when they didn't have their own. They asked God to protect you, not knowing that those prayers became shields around you. Every tear they cried built a bridge between your souls. And now, that bridge is glowing, alive, ready. You might not have heard it yet, but soon you'll receive the message. It may come through words, a dream, a sign, a sudden reconnection. But when it does, your heart will know. You'll feel the same warmth you're feeling right now, this divine confirmation. Because this isn't a coincidence, it's timing, sacred timing. They are being led back into your story, not to repeat the old chapter, but to write the one that heaven promised from the beginning. And yet before that chapter begins, there is something you must release. Fear. Fear that it's too late. Fear that love cannot be restored. Fear that maybe God forgot your name. He didn't. He's been speaking it in every sunrise. He's been arranging what your eyes cannot yet see. Beloved, if this message finds you at a crossroads, if your heart feels tired but hopeful, then you are standing right where heaven intended. The turning point is near, and you are ready for it. So listen carefully. The same God who heard their prayers has heard yours too, and He is weaving both answers together into one divine unfolding. When God says yes, it doesn't sound like thunder. It feels like peace. And that peace is coming now. Stay close to the light. Comment below. Share your heart. Let us know if this message finds you. You never know who your words will heal. And remember, beloved, your voice here matters. Your story may become someone else's answered prayer. If this message has touched your spirit, share it with someone who needs hope. Let the light flow through you. And if you wish to help us continue sharing these divine messages, your super thanks offering is a sacred act. It keeps the mission alive. We will continue soon, because heaven has more to reveal about what happens next when God says, yes. Beloved soul, take a slow breath. Let it soften your chest. You're safe here. Heaven is here. And now, I will tell you what happens when a prayer spoken in faith reaches the point where God finally says, yes. For so long, there was silence. Not because heaven ignored them, but because heaven was working behind the scenes. Do you know how many angels moved on your behalf while you thought nothing was happening? How many times protection surrounded you when you thought you were alone? You were never alone. Every moment you cried, an angel stood beside you, writing down your tears as sacred ink in heaven's book of remembrance. Those tears were not wasted. They became part of the miracle now forming around you. They prayed for you with trembling hands. Sometimes they didn't even have the words. All they could say was your name. And God answered, in my time, not theirs. Now, beloved, that time is beginning. But before the miracle reveals itself, you must prepare your heart, not to wait, but to receive. Because heaven cannot fill hands that are still clenched in pain. Let go. Yes, I know it's not easy. You gave so much. You believed, you trusted, and sometimes it broke you. But love, divine love, is never lost. It transforms. It learns. It circles back when both hearts have learned how to hold it right. This is not about chasing the past. It's about stepping into what was always meant to be, but could only arrive now, when you are ready to carry it with peace instead of fear. They are coming back, but not as the person you once knew, and you are not the same either. Both of you have been in the wilderness, learning, healing, transforming under God's quiet watch. He allowed distance so that growth could happen. He allowed silence so that the heart could learn to listen. And now, He is allowing alignment, a divine moment where all paths that were once separated begin to draw near again. But this time, it will not fall apart, because it's not built on desperation anymore. It's built on divine timing. Do you feel that calmness rising within you right now? That's not just emotion. That's recognition. Your spirit already knows what your mind is only beginning to remember. This is the season when what you prayed for will find you again. So many souls give up just before heaven opens. Don't do that now. Hold your peace. Keep your heart steady. You're standing in the space between promise and fulfillment. That is where faith becomes sight. If these words are stirring something deep within you, comment below. Let heaven know you're ready. When you share your story, you release light into the lives of others who are waiting too. You remind them that God still answers. You remind yourself that His promises do not expire. Beloved, I must tell you something. When God finally says yes, it won't come in noise. It will come in quiet certainty. You will wake up one day and simply know. You won't need to chase it. You won't need to force it. Peace will find you before words ever do. And when that happens, your heart will feel like it's coming home, not to a person, but to the purpose that person carries in your life. They prayed for you to heal. They prayed that you would still believe in love. They prayed that God would protect you even if they couldn't be near. And heaven heard every whisper. So if you've been feeling someone's energy more strongly, if their name appears in your mind when you didn't invite it, if dreams or signs follow you like gentle echoes, this is why. The divine answer is unfolding now. You are not imagining it. Heaven is preparing both of you to recognize each other again. Not through the eyes of the past, but through the light of the soul. That is how God restores what human hearts thought they lost. He doesn't bring back the old version. He transforms it into what it was always meant to become. Before this message ends, I ask you again, beloved, if these words bring you peace, subscribe to this channel. Stay connected to this light. You are part of something greater here. A community of souls awakening to divine timing. Your support, your comments, your shares. They are how heaven spreads this message to those who are crying in silence tonight. And if your heart feels moved, you can offer a super thanks as an act of gratitude. Every seed you plant here helps us keep these messages alive. Messages that reach thousands of souls who have lost hope. Together, we bring heaven closer to earth. Now listen, because what comes next is sacred. There will be a sign, a confirmation. It will appear when you least expect it. But when it comes, your spirit will whisper, "This is it." That is God's yes. Not shouted, not loud, but clear enough to change everything. Stay with me, because in the next part, I will tell you what to do when you finally see that sign, and how to make sure your heart doesn't miss what heaven has arranged. Beloved soul, stay here with me a little longer. Heaven is not finished speaking. There is something sacred waiting within these words, something meant only for you. You have felt it already, haven't you? That gentle stirring in your chest, as if something unseen is drawing closer. It's not your imagination. It's the response to years of prayer, both yours and theirs. They didn't stop praying for you, even when they thought you were gone. They asked God to watch over you, to send angels when they couldn't be near. And He did. That's why you survived what tried to break you. That's why you kept hope alive when everything around you said, "Give up." You were standing in the light of someone's prayer. That's how powerful divine love is. It doesn't vanish when distance comes. It expands through faith. There were nights when you couldn't sleep, and you felt a sudden calm, a peace that had no explanation. That was their prayer reaching you. When you suddenly felt strong again, when you somehow found courage to keep walking, it was because heaven passed their plea to your heart like a whisper of strength. And now, beloved, those same prayers have reached completion. God has looked upon what has been built in silence and said, "Now it is ready." But you must understand this. When heaven says yes, it doesn't always look like you imagined. Sometimes it returns through unfamiliar doors. Sometimes it asks for forgiveness before joy. Sometimes it brings healing before reunion. So prepare your heart not for what was, but for what will be. This is not about who you were when you last met. It's about who you have become now. The new version of you will meet the new version of them, and together you will understand why it had to take this long. God is not cruel with time. He is precise. Every moment of delay was a lesson in disguise. Every silence was a test of faith. Every closed door was protection from what would have broken you if it came too early. Beloved, I know you've questioned it. Why did it take so long? Why couldn't we stay together then? But now you are beginning to see. Heaven's plans were never late. They were simply aligning all the pieces of your destiny. They have changed. You have changed. And now heaven is guiding your paths to cross again. Not for a lesson, but for a purpose. The old wounds have taught you compassion. The waiting has taught you patience. And the distance has taught you faith that doesn't depend on sight. That's why you are ready now. There is something I must tell you. Listen closely. Soon you will receive a small confirmation, and it will come quietly. It might be a message, a dream, a familiar song, a chance encounter that feels orchestrated. It won't feel random. Your spirit will recognize it instantly. Do not rush toward it. Do not doubt it either. Simply breathe and let God reveal the pace of His yes. You don't need to force connection when heaven is in control. You only need to stay open, calm, and grateful. Miracles unfold faster in peaceful hands. And when that sign comes, you will know what to do. Your intuition will whisper, This is the moment I was prepared for, and all the years of waiting will make sense in one instant of divine timing. Beloved, can you feel that quiet excitement building? It's heaven's way of saying, it's closer than you think. You might even feel their energy calling you, gently, not desperately, because their prayers have shifted. They're no longer asking God to give them you, they're asking God to make them worthy of you. That is how you know the change is real. Now, as you listen to this message, I want you to do something sacred. In your heart, whisper gratitude. Say, thank you, God, for your perfect timing, because gratitude opens the final gate to your answered prayer. And if these words are touching your soul, comment below and share your heart. Your words may be the exact message another weary soul needs tonight. You never know how God might use your story to heal someone else's. Also, beloved, don't forget to subscribe and stay with us. This channel is more than a page. It is a sanctuary for souls who need light. When you subscribe, you keep the message alive. And if your spirit feels moved, send a super thanks to help us continue sharing heaven's voice. Every act of support keeps this divine light reaching hearts around the world. Now close your eyes for a moment. Breathe slowly. Imagine a golden light surrounding you. This is the energy of answered prayer. It's soft, but powerful. It doesn't push, it flows. It fills you with peace, not pressure. That peace you feel now, that's the beginning of God's yes. It's not coming. It's already here. When your heart feels calm, you are already in alignment. That's when love returns in its purest form, not rushed, not forced, but guided. So stay in peace. Stay in light. Stay in readiness. Heaven is closer than you realize, because they prayed for you every night. And finally, God said yes.